Hello and happy Tuesday to you all. I hope you had really good fun at looking at our Talk for Writing map yesterday. Our second one already. Where's all this time going? Now, I had so many lovely pictures and videos back last week from you all having a go at drawing your map and having a go at writing your map. Please keep up this amazing work. I can see all of your phonics and your writing, so I'm just so super proud of you all. Well done. So for today, it's our family fun time, isn't it? So I was having a look in the book and I was thinking, what could we do for this week? And as I was thinking, I was looking at all these amazing characters that we have in this book. And I thought, maybe we could have a go at making our own puppets, because that way we could have a go at telling the story ourselves. Now, some of you might know this book because it is quite popular. So if you know it, that's fine, and you can have a go at retelling the story. But if you don't, you can just use the 2 story maps you've used so far to get your story started, and then you can have a go at creating your very own ending. It could be anything you wanted, which will be really, really exciting. So for us to be able to do that, we need to be able to make some puppets. Here's mine so far. I've made the ladybird. I've got a back and a front, and I will show you in a minute how I made this one. But I've got a ladybird. I've got our chicken. I've got our sheep, and I've got the fine prize cow. Now, you might have noticed all of these haven't got any legs, and that's because we're going to be using something different for our legs. But before we think about that, I will show you how I made these. I used paper. Now, paper is very thin and very weak, so I'm going to fold my paper in half. That way it makes it a little bit stronger when we're using it. So I folded it in half so it's a little bit stronger. Now, when I did my drawing, I made sure that the folds was part of my drawing. So then that way, when I cut it out, I had 2 in 1 instead of it falling to pieces. So where are my pens? For the ladybird, it's really, really simple. Let me show you how I did it. So I've got my paper here and I've got my fold at the bottom. That's going to be part of my cutting out. So for the ladybird, I need a semicircle shape. And then I'm going to go along the bottom as well, because it's got a lovely black line at the bottom, hasn't it? I'm going to cut my ladybird in half with a line. I know you've been doing about shapes and halving with our Magic Maths lady, so you should be really good at that. I'm going to draw on my little eyes, and I'm going to give her a nice smile and some little antennae as well. And then I'm going to use my red. I've got these from Amazon. They're just paint sticks, which I really, really enjoy using, but you could use anything you wanted at all. You could use crayons or pens or felt tips. If you haven't got colour, don't worry, you could just have a go at drawing it with your pencil that you got from school. So I'm going to keep colouring this in until it's all coloured in, and then I'm going to have a go. Oh, I forgot my black dots, didn't I? Plop, plop. And then I'm going to have a go to cut it all the way around. Once I've cut it all the way around, it will look like this one. Oh, that's the back. It will look like this one. Here he is. And if I open it, look, it looks like a big circle. I've cut it out in 1, so they've got the front and the back to keep it nice and strong for us. So I've already drawn on the front, and then I drew the back on as well, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Now, when I did this with my chicken, I forgot to make the bottom bit connect to my fold in my paper. So when I cut it, look what happened. I ended up with 2 instead of them being stuck together like the ladybird. So make sure your fold is part of your drawing. If you do what I did, don't panic. I just think I'm going to stick them back together again and no one will notice. Once you've made your puppets that you want to use, you might want to use the farmer as well, or maybe those 2 bad guys, then you can have a go at thinking about what you want to use for their legs. Now, the main idea I was thinking of was using pegs, because if we pop one here and we pop one here, we've got 2 legs they can walk on. Now, the reason why pegs are a really good idea is because it means they can stand up. Oh, this one can't. I think I've got a funny peg. There we go. It means they can stand up. So when you're not using them as part of your story map, they can just be standing there ready for their turn. So that is a really, really good way, and I'm sure lots of you have pegs at home. If you haven't got pegs at home, don't worry, because I've thought of another way. Now, they won't stand sadly by themselves, but this way is quite fun too. Now, I've cut one hole already, but if you cut 2 holes, and I'll show you how, if you just fold it a little bit in half, and you make a tiny little snip, then when you open it back up, you've got a little hole, and you can get your scissors inside that hole and do a nice little circle. Now, you've been hunting for circles, haven't you, last week? Nice little circle in your, oh, I can see you, in your cow. Now that way you can put your 2 fingers through, and your fingers are the feet. So it can't stand by itself, but it does mean you can really walk. Hello. So once you've got your characters, if it's standing up with pegs, or if it's using your holes to put your fingers through, or you can have a go at thinking of something else. You might have hair clips at home that might work really well. But once you've got them, you can have a go at telling the story. Hello, I am the fine prize cow. Who are you? The ladybird doesn't talk, does it? So you can have a go at retelling your story with your finger puppets. Now this is really, really good to do as a family, because again, if each of you take 1 character or 2, you have 2 hands, then you can take it in turns of telling the story. Now this is really, really, really amazing for their imagination and listening skills. Because if I said, hello, I'm the fine prize cow, and I don't feel very well today, I've got a tummy ache, then your child's got to think as the ladybird or as the sheep, what they're going to say back to that. They can't say, I'm an alien, I'm going to go fly away, because that wouldn't make sense. They've got to think about your story that you've already created about having a tummy ache and being able to reply to that and maybe helping you out. So it's all about using their imagination, their listening skills, and you can have lots and lots of fun with it. You can make jokes in it, you can make it a really funny story, or you can have a go at telling it exactly how it is in the story. I hope you have lots and lots of fun. I think I'm going to go away now and see if my son wants to have a play with me and my puppets. Have fun, stay safe, see you soon. Bye!